What's up, y'all? It's Angel Persuasion, and I am back with another story time video. Now listen, I haven't posted a story time in a minute, and I'll let you guys know, I've just been trying to see if I wanted to like filter my channel to like a mommy channel, but you know what I mean, just because I'm pregnant and stuff. But it's like some story time, some crazy story times I just have to get out before I actually completely change and clean my channel up. Like, I just want to get these out there, and if they go viral, they go viral. If they don't, they don't, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's just out there in the universe, and I can clear it from my mind. I just love like just venting and stuff. So anyways, this particular story time is how I found out one of my friends was a prostitute. Yes, okay. So let's get into the story. So when I was about 16 years old, so if you don't know, I'll explain a little backstory about me. I live on the southeast side of Chicago. I've lived on the southeast side of Chicago my entire life, okay? And if you don't know Chicago, every side of Chicago is completely opposite of the other. So it's the north side, it's the south side, which is like the Hunnits area, and further along, it's the west side, and then it's the east side. So north side females is like the, oh my god, da, 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 da. They talk like that, and they're like, oh my god, you slut, and they don't fight, and they don't do all that. And you got the east side girls that just love fighting, they like niggas, you know what I'm saying? Like, they just, cause I ain't like that no more. But they just ratchet. And you got like the south side females is like, I don't even really know how to describe the Hunted females. Like, I never really hung out with them, but they was just like, when I did, I was like real young, but it was just like, they kind of like dirty or whatever. Yeah, it's kind of like dirty in the hundreds. Like, it's not really clean. Like, and then the west side is like I've never had an issue with the west side female. They like cool as hell. They dress like dudes though, like with they little outfits and stuff, but they cool as hell. Like, they just love wearing like a lot of designer stuff. Like, you could just kind of Google it. Like, however Chicago dudes dress on the west side, that's usually how the females dress too. Like, they wear like a lot of matching outfits. It's just different, it's different, like different parts, right? So I'm from the east side. My friend that I met, that I'm talking about in the story, is from the north side of Chicago, right? And we met each other because we was going to the same high school, and then eventually she ended up like dropping out from the high school, I think like after like a month or two. But she was like this pretty female, you know what I'm saying? And back then when I first met her, I knew she was a little off, but I didn't know she would resort to like the stuff that she was doing. It was like the first thing this was like my first time going to a north side school. I was going to a school in the north side, and it was just different. Like the way the dudes act over there, the way the females act over there, it was just completely different. And she was like showing me pornos of her and her boyfriend. And I was like, I don't even know you, bitch. Like, this was like, I think this was like my second day meeting her. She was showing me like her nudes, and she was showing me his nudes. And I was just like, I don't even know you. Like, why'd you showing me all this stuff, girl? Like, what's wrong with you? But we ended up clicking, So we ended up like getting really close or whatever. And then we separated. We got into an argument about something, and we separated. And I noticed that she was kind of like a hoe back then too, because she was cheating on her boyfriend with so many different dudes. And I was just like, whatever, everybody got they, what I'm saying, they got they, I guess, I don't know, everybody got their moments where they do something crazy. Not necessarily saying that you gotta be out here sleeping with people and cheating. But I'm just saying, you know, we all got our flaws. So I guess that was her flaw. So she had a best friend that she was friends with longer than she knew me or whatever. And when me and her stopped talking, they became even more closer. So we stopped talking for about a year or two, and she randomly hit me up on Instagram like last year. Was this last year? I want to say maybe like the end of like sometime in 2017 she hit me back up, right? So yeah, because we stopped talking last year. So she hit me up around 2017, and you know, like we hanging out, you know, she trying to see what's going on with me because I had got my body done. So she was trying to figure out what I did to get my body done, like how did I get the money and all this stuff, you know, just trying to be nosy. You know, just trying to be nosy or whatever. So, you know, I told her, you know, I had just saved up and my mom helped me, and, you know, that's how I got it, whatever. So she was like, oh, well, I have a sugar daddy. And I was like, sugar daddy? She's like, yeah, well, I have a few. I was like, girl, what you doing for this money? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what you doing? And she was like, oh, well, you know, I just send them pictures and videos and they send me money. And that's what she said at first. And I was like, where are you meeting them from though, right? And she was like, oh, Tinder and seeking arrangements. And I was like, what? I was like, now I heard of seeking arrangements before, because I tried to use seeking arrangements before. I ain't even gonna lie. Because that was when people was talking about, oh, you just meet cyber sugar daddies, you don't have to meet them in person, blah 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? You just talk to them on the phone. Shit, that was a lie. But she was meeting, so apparently this friend that she had known before me had put her on to that, because that friend became a stripper. And when she was stripping, the other strippers told her about the website. So they started, the stripper and her friend started selling a body. Let's call her Deja. So Deja started, that's not my friend. Let's call my friend Kayla. And the other girl is going to be Deja. So Deja introduced Kayla into this website and into this other world, right? So when me and Kayla became back friends, she started telling me all these details about everything, and how like, oh yeah, what she say? She said she met up with one guy and he paid her $800 to sleep with him. And I was just like, don't you know you could catch something? Like, that's not safe, you know what I'm saying? And you from the north side, so you this preppy, prissy girl that don't know how to protect yourself. You've never been in situations like that, and you've never been around people like that that's grimy. You have to, you know, you have to watch yourself doing stuff like that. So she knew I'm like the hood friend that know how to fight or whatever, right? So I don't even know how we, oh my God, it's like so much stuff that happened. Like, I'm gonna have a lot of story times because of this. So eventually one day she was just like, hey, I gotta we was going out to eat, but there was a guy, one of her let's call them dates, because that's what transgenders call them when they meet up with people. They call them they call them dates. So let's just say one of her dates, we was out to eat, and I was with a guy that I had met or whatever that I was like cool with, and he took us both out to eat or whatever. He was paying for it, and we just sitting there just talking, and she's just like, oh yeah, he wants me to leave with him. And I was like, no, I'm not letting you go by yourself. Like, I'm very overprotective, and I know y'all gonna be like, well, you stupid for trying to put yourself in that situation. But it's just like, this girl was so helpless, and I was just like, okay, if you're gonna be doing stuff like this, I want to at least, like, you need a taser, you need somebody with you. Like, if you gonna be, you know, risking your life like that, I'm like, I'll just be with you. I know I'm slow, whatever, call me whatever, but that's just how I felt. Because she wouldn't stop doing it. So it was either she was going to do it alone or she was going to do it with somebody. And me, knowing me, I would not be able to wake up knowing that something happened to my friend and I could not prevent it. That's just the type of person I am. So I was like, I'll go with you. But the guy, when he came, it was like this old white man that she had met from Tinder. And this was when she was, you know, she was selling her body on Tinder for like $300 each person that like met up with her or whatever. Now, it was already bad that this girl was selling her body, right? But I didn't know, let me turn it off. I didn't know that she was also taking drugs with these people, right? So we didn't end up going to this guy's house, but for future stories, we did. It was some stuff that happened at some other people's houses, and yeah. So she ended up telling me, oh yeah, he wants to take a Molly with me. I'm like, bitch, is you stupid? Like, what is wrong with you? What do you mean? He wants to say, you don't know what that is. That man could be telling you that's Molly, and he could be giving you something to turn your ass crazy as hell. Like, what is wrong with you? So dude come, I'm just chatting it up with him, trying to see what he do, who he is, where he from, you know what I'm saying? And he was just like, yeah, you know, I ain't got time to be sitting here. Like, I'm just trying to, he was like, basically like, I'm just trying to get it in and go, right? So, you know, she's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna leave with him. And I was like, no the fuck you not. Like, you're not, bro. I would drag you up out of here. Like, you're not gonna just, no, you're not gonna go by yourself, bro. You're not gonna go by yourself. And this man's talking about he wants you to take drugs with him too. He's finna kidnap your ass cause see, he can't do it with both of us here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know how to protect myself, and I understand y'all gonna be like, oh, that's a grown man, you know, no, I've been in situations before in my past. I've been robbed at gunpoint. I've been jumped by males. I've been jumped by fucking 15 people. Trust me, I know how to protect. I know how to protect myself, okay? Plus, I wasn't just walking around here like, you know, empty-handed. You know what I'm saying? Like, cool. So she's just like, oh, you know, okay, well, I'm just gonna go to the car from him. I guess dude ended up getting irritated because he didn't want to wait on me to get finished eating to go with her. So he's just like, well, if you can't go by yourself, then I don't want to see you, blah blah blah. So he ended up giving her like, I think he just gave her like some weed and like $20 or something. But I was just like, you were really gonna go with this guy that you don't know, and you were gonna take drugs from this guy. Now, future things that ended up happening with this girl, like, I'm gonna go into more detail about this in like future story times because it's really a lot. But something ended up happening to her very bad. Like, the one time that I wasn't with her, she flew to another state and met up with some card crackers. And I'm not gonna say no names, but it's some people, it's some people that I'm pretty sure y'all all know. And something bad ended up happening to her the one time. And I kept telling her, do you know these people? She said, yeah, I know them. I said, okay, well, if you gonna go, I'd rather you go there with the people that you know, because she was gonna fly to California and go meet up with some doctor that she met from the internet. And I was just like, no. Like, I would prefer you to just go out here, you know, to Atlanta and go meet up with the car crackers or whatever that you say you know, because you know you'll be safe. She said she been knowing them. She really didn't. She lied. Something ended up happening to her, and she had to like basically run for her life. And I thought that would calm her down, but actually it didn't. And that's why me and her are no longer friends, because, you know, I was scared for her life, and I was scared to be around her. Like, she had females that wanted to fight her. Like, I almost lost my life with this girl from like getting shot at. It was just a lot, okay? A lot. So I will talk about all those future story times, because some stuff ended up happening where she ended up like talking to Naomi Campbell's ex-boyfriend. I'll tell y'all about that in another story time, but let me know what else y'all want to hear in the comments before. If y'all want more story times, if y'all want more pregnancy videos, just let me know, and I will definitely record those for y'all.